Hi guys, how are you doing? Oily here, and here's my faithful sidekick, Mouse Toes.
Yay! I'm here.
The evil one, as Lee Tree Bonsai calls her. Don't you love being called the evil one?
Yes, we tree bonsai. Bonsai. I thought we were twins.
And I've got to mute this. There we
When
go.
the ads come on YouTube now, they unmute our external YouTube.
Love being called the evil one.
Yes, we tree bonsai. See, doing it again.
Bonsai. Oh my gosh, now it's doing it again.
Yep.
I guess I had another one open.
There we go. When the ads come on YouTube now, they unmute our external YouTube.
Love being called the evil one.
Yes, we tree bonsai.
That's hilarious. Sorry guys. Boy, that was a never-ending cycle.
It makes you feel like a rookie, but if in 15 or 20 minutes from now, if YouTube runs another ad, it will unmute us. Isn't it lovely to know they have control of us? Like at any minute, if we're off video, it could turn our camera on too, I guess, you know?
No, it's crazy. Crazy. Well, yeah, Weetree, I know. It's kind of hard to understand how we're best friends forever when we just met, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll take you, friend. I'm happy with that. So, we're running just a little bit late, but not too bad. Thankfully, we can hear Mouse Toes, so we're not like 11 minutes late like we were last week trying to figure out what the glitch was. Next week, I can't make any promises because next week, will probably be on Google Beta, and I've already tried to test that one out, and it's not doing too well. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably do a test chat in the middle of this week sometime just to see how that works, just to chit chat for a little bit, like 30 minutes or an hour or so, just to kind of make sure that it's going to work, and y'all can put in the side text what's messing up and stuff. So we will see. We will see. Well, if you haven't checked out my, I just wanted to say thank you video, or I can't remember exactly what I named it, but it's something along those lines. Just a quick live chat from earlier today. Do that. And I know if I didn't mention your name and you've stuck with me, or you're one of my new friends, it applies to you too. So please don't think I think any less of you or don't appreciate you as much as I do the ones I mentioned. It's just, an impromptu thing. And so I didn't get everybody put out there, but there's so many more, and I appreciate it. Hi, Patrick. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming by. Okay, so tonight we're going to get started on our pain series, and we're going to work our way from the top of the head down to the soles of the feet. So that will be my goal, and so we're going to talk about, oh, hey, Timberline North. Hey, guys. Tonight we're going to talk about headaches. I'm going to talk about 3 different specific types tonight, and then next week I'll finish off with the last 4. But hold on, my granddaughter, come here, real fast. You can say hi.
I want you.
I know you want me, but I'm going to teach. So say hi to everybody. Say hi, everybody. This is my girl. Hi, Wendy Benjamin. Welcome. You gonna say welcome to everybody? Oh, that's the best kisses ever. Ever. See, there you are. You see? Yeah. This is my granddaughter, Chelsea. For those that don't know. You can sit here for a minute if you'll be quiet, okay?
I will.
And you will? Okay. Okay, so again, welcome. Hi, the Addicted Prepper. Welcome. Appreciate you coming by. Hi, Michelle from Michelle's Crafts and More. Welcome. Y'all make sure to set each other up. And, this is my girl. This is Gigi's girl. Okay, so if you're watching live, lost my screen. If you're watching live, let us know you're out there. And you also probably want to grab a pen and paper so that you can take notes, because there's bound to be something that you're going to hear that maybe an oil or something that you might want to try. Before we continue on our path. Okay. I had a question already about what's the difference between perfume oils versus therapeutic grade essential oils. And the difference is that the perfume oils, a lot of times they have a lot of things added to them, and they're also kind of the third or fourth processing of those plants instead of the first concentrated processing. They can also not be processed for the proper length of time at the proper temperatures. So they may smell like that oil, but they're not going to provide the medicinal benefits that the essential oils that are medicinal quality therapeutic grade oils will do for you. So that is the difference between the two. And so, you know, if you get a perfume grade oil, you might possibly get some benefit from it, but probably adding to that. So it's definitely not safe to take internally at all. You might be able to get some from breathing it in, but you're also breathing in those chemicals, and those chemicals are going into your bloodstream. So you have to remember that you're exposing yourself to more chemicals and toxins at the same time. Whereas therapeutic grade oils are pure. That's all they are, is that oil, that plant, unless it's a blend, because a blend means more than one oil blended together, mixed together. And sometimes they'll add a carrier oil so that you can put it directly on you without having to dilute it, like olive oil or coconut oil. That's the difference between the two. So if you're going to use anything to smell, to put on your skin, or to take internally, you really need a therapeutic grade oil. Otherwise, you're probably going to end up getting more than just the essential oil with it. Did that answer your question, Wee Tree? Okay, so she got it. Okay. What? It's so smart. Yes. Okay, take it in the other room, play with it, okay? And shut the door good for me, will you? Let me get a drink while she's going out. Love you.
I'm coming back.
No. I'm going to teach class, so go out for a little bit and then you come back in, okay? Okay, bye. Love you. Bye,
Oily.
Felicia. Yes?
Okay, you got me with bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Okay, the Addicted Prepper has a good question. Do they have to put that on the bottle, that it's therapeutic versus fragrant?
Yes, it will actually say, let me get over to where I can see my screen so I can see what I'm showing you. I don't know if you can read it or not, but right down there it says therapeutic grade. Right there on the top line on those little 3 lines at the bottom. See? It will say that. So don't take it just if it says 100% essential oil. Do not expect that to be a therapeutic grade, because the FDA in the United States at least only requires that oil have 5% or more of that essential oil to be labeled as 100%. That doesn't make any sense, but that's how our FDA works. So even though it says that, it is not. Hi, SKS Hugo. Hi. So yeah, it really does make a difference. Make sure it's labeled, and before you take any of those oils internally, make sure it says that you can take that specific oil internally on the bottle. Okay, so that would be the difference. And the 2 companies that I know that are safe to take internally, but there's still a few in those that you should not take internally, but are doTERRA, and those are the only 2 companies I would feel safe with. But if you've done your research and you feel comfortable with another one that does therapeutic grade, then great, go for it. Okay. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Tasha. I'm known as Oily due to the love of my essential oils, and my former channel name is the Oily Prepper, so hence why people also started calling me Oily. I'm not a doctor or a nurse. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm just explaining what my family would use based on the information that I have read and based on what has worked for us. And of course, please consult a physician if you have some major health issues that you're not sure about. You're, probably best to consult a physician. I don't want to be my page is not wanting to cooperate. Hold on, guys. There, I'll just do it that way. It scrolled all the way to the bottom. Okay. A lot of the information I get is based on the book that I showed last week, the Essential Oils Pocket Reference. And this is like my Essential Oils Bible, basically. So if you need to learn on essential oils, that is excellent. At the very beginning, it kind of tells the history of essential oils and kind of a little bit going into how the essential oils work, the chemical properties that help them work, and biblical history of essential oils. It goes a little bit into that, and then it goes into specific essential oils, what all the uses are for those oils, and also then you can look up in the back under the specific conditions. So those are the different things that are in that book, and I highly recommend it. Let's see.
Oily.
Yes.
Can I point something out about the book for a second?
Yes.
Okay. I have that book, and I read the book, and I enjoy the book. And one day I was sitting at my dining table eating dinner, and all of a sudden the right side of my face from below my ear down began to swell. Did I run to the book in my box of essential oils? No. I jumped on Facebook and YouTube and madly with conviction messaged Oily, to which she was on one of those at the moment, just getting ready to sign off, right? And she goes, okay, that's your ear, because I could feel my ear pressure building up. Have you looked in the book? And I went, I'm dying here. My face is swelling up. She told me just what to do with a cotton ball, and I saved myself thanks to her. And then after I calmed down, like 4 hours later, I looked in the book, and it was there what she told me. So if you get in a panic, message Oily, because she's out there, man, and she will help you when you're freaking out. That is all.
Mouth goes out.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been there, and especially when I first started with essential oils, I did the same thing. And you when you get more comfortable with them and you've used them for a while, you start to remember, because there are so many oils, it can be a bit intimidating. But once you start using them for, regularly and start learning about them, you end up, learning enough to where you can feel confident in the oils that you have, using what you have available. Because there might be one that may be listed as the best oil to use, but if you don't have that, that's not going to help you if you can't run to the local grocery store and grab that oil. So learning to use what you have, and then learning some of the basic ones. Like if you hear me mentioning the same oils used for different conditions over and over again through these chats, then it probably would be a good idea to get that one, because it's going to be a versatile oil that's going to bring a lot of benefit and help to your family. Okay. Oh, Rain Country Homestead. Hey, welcome. Is there anybody that came that I haven't mentioned yet, Mouse? Do you know? Rain, welcome. Wayne. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, at least I get the names right. Okay. No, you got them all. You're very fast tonight. You're just firing on all cylinders. Did you oil up before this thing started?
No, surprisingly, no, but I do have a bunch of oils in the air right now because my son is sick. So we've got thieves in there to keep the rest of us from getting sick and to help fight that virus that's in his body. And we've got RC going for his respiratory congestion and to kind of keep our airways open and everything. So I guess I'm probably just getting more oxygen from that RC.
More oxygen to the brain. It's a good thing. You're rocking it.
I tell you. And also I know that this lesson isn't as long. There's not quite as much packed in there as the first one, so I know I have some playtime in here. So we can play in class, guys.
Okay.
Oh, you're very welcome, Rain. You are so welcome. I love your channel. If you guys haven't checked out Rain Country Homestead's channel, you need to. She's got a lot of neat stuff on there. If you haven't checked out Mouse Toes, what are you waiting for? You need to go check her channel out. Love it. And Timberline North's out there, and he has live chats very frequently, most every night. Put in the chat box what time that is. I think it's 7 Central typically, isn't it? 8 Eastern. Timberline, somewhere around there. 7 or 8 Eastern. So a lot of great channels out there. And I'm not familiar with Wendy Benjamin's channel. Do you do videos, Wendy? Let me know in the side chat. Okay, so let's get started on these headaches. Like I said, this is a mini series on pain. If you're experiencing sudden pain or pain that's long going that you don't know what the source is, you probably need to go get it checked out and find out first, and then you will have a better idea of what essential oils to use, or if there's something more serious that you need to get taken care of without the use of oils. I'm not anti-medicine. I just believe that we should always try natural first, and then if for some reason that fails us, then, and other natural resources don't, other than oils, then we need to move on to medications. But my preference is not to have so many chemicals, although I am still on some medication, so I'm not trying to put myself out here or something I'm not. So, alrighty, here we go. I believe after this post links, you'll be able to see a link to the Essential Oils Pocket reference over on Amazon, and thankfully they've gone down in price. They're about around $13, $12.50 to $13. So that's a pretty good link, and it is not one that I'll make any money off of on this in the chat. So I'm not making any money off of it. It's just a great resource, and I want you to have something that you can reference. Okay, so headaches are very common, yet there are so many different kinds. There's sinus headaches, there's tension headaches, there's stress headaches, there's headaches from sugar imbalances, structural headaches where you're out of alignment, spasms, blood pressure, allergies, inflammation, damage to a nerve, etc. So there's so many different kinds of headaches, but if you've got your pen and paper ready, I'm fixing to give you a recipe that's in this little book. It's called the General Headache Blend, and here it is. 4 drops of wintergreen, 3 drops of German chamomile, 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of copaiba, COPAIBA, and 1 drop of clove. Okay, and the way they say to use this is you can take it and you can just take a couple of drops and put it in your hand and dilute it with about a quarter to half a teaspoon of olive or coconut oil or almond oil, whatever fatty cooking oil that you have that's organic. I've also made blends like this and put it in a roller bottle, and then just went ahead and added my carrier oil to it, like the olive or coconut oil, and done it that way. So, you can take that and rub it wherever your pain is, making sure you don't get the essential oils too close to your eyes. So, on the temples, along the forehead, the back of the neck and head, and down the neck and onto the shoulders, especially if you have a stress headache or a structural headache. Take that oil and finish it off on down your neck. Sorry, hold on.
What? Kiki, why can't have marshmallows?
I don't know, but I'm in class right now. Until I open that door, don't come in, okay? Go ask Daddy or Papa, okay?
Papa's not in over here.
Okay, we'll go and ask Daddy, okay? Sorry. Okay, so sinus headaches, the kind where you get the pressure in the forehead, behind the eyes, and the cheeks, and even into the ears, they can be triggered from allergies or from an upper respiratory infection like my son has right now. These are the kind that often make your head, at least my head, feel like it weighs 100 pounds and I feel like I can't hardly hold my head up. If I have a sinus headache, I generally go to the RC. Stands for respiratory congestion. And I'll usually put about 3 or 4 drops of that in my diffuser along with some peppermint and lemon. And if I have mucus in my sinuses, I'll either stand over it and breathe it in several times, or put the diffuser where I'm sitting or lying right next to me so that I can really be breathing that in. I usually also take and put a couple of drops on my chest. Excuse me. Now this blend doesn't bother me and I can put it directly on my skin, but if you first start using it, you may want to dilute it with about 1 drop of RC to 1 drop of this and of the coconut or fatty oil that you're using. Also, Melrose, Melrose, is an awesome blend from Young Living. And it's a blend of Melaleuca alternifolia, clove, Niaouli, which is Melaleuca quinervia, and rosemary. For sinuses is what I use it for, and as well as if I suspect an infection. I'll put a drop or 2 in the palm of my hand and add about a half a teaspoon of olive or coconut oil, and then blend it in my hand, and then rub over my sinuses. Whoop, my side chat keeps going blank. And down my neck. Whenever, like Mouse Toes mentioned, I had her also rub that oil around her ears. If you rub the oils around your ears and down, if you have, like, your ears are stopped up or you have stopped up sinuses, doing this promotes drainage. It helps try to help that drain down. And anytime you suspect an infection, to rub over your glands that are through here as well, all the way down. If I have a lot of swelling in my sinuses, I add a drop or 2 of copaiba to that as well. Copaiba is a strong anti-inflammatory. If you don't have copaiba, you can do wintergreen. In my sinuses, I also take a half of a capsule of lemon essential oil, and that helps to seem to thin that out real well. Sort of like a Mucinex would, but it's not a Mucinex replacement. But it helps to thin that out so that it can come, so that your body can expel it. Just be sure and drink a lot of water with that. Peppermint's also a great one that I use. I either inhale from the bottle or I dilute it down and put on my sinuses, making sure it's away from my eyes. Again, like on this lower cheekbone and up above here, around my ears and down for sinuses. And then I also usually dilute it and put it on my chest. It's a great one. And peppermint is a great oil because it makes the other oils more effective. So any of the other things that you use, if you use a carrier oil with those other things, then put the peppermint over it. If you don't use a carrier oil with those other things, then go ahead and add a carrier oil, meaning an olive oil or coconut oil or almond oil, to put over your chest. Good place to stop. Any questions or comments, Mouse?
Well, we've had some new people walk in, like we're a hair and nail salon, but I don't know what better to say. But we've got the suburban hillbilly has arrived.
Hey, Suburban Hillbilly. Thanks for coming.
And we've got the Palmetto Paratrooper.
Hey, Palmetto. Good to see you.
And we evidently have one of my people who I just haven't met, and that would be the Cajun Homesteader.
Awesome. Hey, Cajun. Welcome. And I see Sandy's Passions is out there, too.
Sandy.
Hey, hi, Sandy. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
All right. And Palmetto Paratrooper wants to know anything about chronic. He suffers from chronic respiratory issues, but I think it's his sister who makes an elderberry, Mullein, tincture that's been really rocking for them. And another person had some questions regarding shingles pain.
Okay. Let me see on the shingles. There is a deal in here. It's been a while since I've looked it up, so I don't feel comfortable going from memory, but I can definitely look it up.
And from back in the day, one of our faves, J.W. Watterson 69 has stepped into the YouTube external. Oh, yeah.
Yay! Hey, good to see you, Jay. Jay's awesome. All right. Mullein or mullein. Yes, I really want to try the elderberry. RC is what I use for my chronic respiratory issues. This RC stands for respiratory congestion. If you don't want to purchase from Young Living, you can look it up still to see, excuse me, what all goes into it, because it's got like 5 or 6 oils in there. But I absolutely love that for chronic sinus issues. But another one that's really great to put directly over sinuses if you suspect it's like an infection type or even possibly a mold would be something like frankincense. I know it's expensive, but it doesn't take much. Just a drop or two. A drop or two will do, people. It doesn't take half the bottle. A drop or two will do. Dilute it and rub it over those sinus areas and around the ear and down. Still be taking some lemon, because lemon isn't just good for thinning that mucus out, it's also good for pushing toxins out of your body. Maybe there's something going on that you've breathed in that's in there that needs to come out. For shingles, my lovely little essential oil Bible says that shingles are a short-lived viral infection of the nervous system that starts with fatigue, fever, chills, and intestinal upset. The affected skin areas become sensitive and prone to blistering. One attack usually provides immunity for life. However, for many people, particularly the elderly, pain can persist for months, even years. Yeah, I've seen people have multiple shingles attacks. So it's not saying here that this is not going to, there's not going to be multiple attacks. But here is what it says. There's 2 specific blends in here, and hopefully you have a pen. Shingles blend number 1. You can always go back and look this up on this video and get to this point and do it that way. Shingles blend number 1 is 10 drops of German chamomile, 5 drops lavender, 4 drops sandalwood, 2 drops geranium. Okay, that's the first blend. 10 of German chamomile, 5 lavender, 4 sandalwood, 2 geranium. Blend number 2 is 10 drops sandalwood, 5 drops blue cypress, 4 drops peppermint, and 2 drops Ravensara. Now, this kind of has stuff in there that would soothe you. Like the blue cypress is good for pain also. So I think that both of them are pretty well trying to help address the pain of the shingles, along with trying to address, fighting the virus itself. Any kind of virus, though, you can take thieves, you can take purification, you put those on the bottom of your feet. Frankincense is a good one. You can put that on the bottom of your feet, and it will go up through your whole body. Jay Watterson, I just see your question. No, I don't have any thoughts on the iodine. I haven't done enough research on that to feel confident suggesting it or anything, but I do want to research it more. So if you find out something, let me know. But I do want to research the iodine issue more and kind of see. I also see a lot of people doing it's a hydrogen peroxide that they mix, and they're taking that internally, and some people are seeing great results, but I would need to research that further. I don't want to speak on something I don't know for sure. Okay, so some blends are the Thieves, Australian Blue, and Exodus 2 is also a blend. Some supplements that might be of benefit are SuperCal, Sulfurzyme, PD80/20, MegaCal, Mineral Essence, or Essential Zyme. Some of the other single oils are Blue Cypress, Elemi, Idaho tansy, Melaleuca alternifolia, which is tea tree oil, oregano, Plectharanthus oregano, mountain savory, sandalwood, thyme, peppermint, and robin sorrow. So those are all ones that could benefit. I've used colloidal silver, and I do definitely believe that it helps. So I will be actually trying to get my own colloidal silver generator pretty soon. So that will be happening. So I don't have any negative thoughts on it other than, I do know some people that use it a lot. There have been incidences where they're like sweated out silver, from what I understand.
And they turn blue, by the way, like a Smurf.
Yeah. Yeah.
And We Tree had a question regarding what about deep lung problems?
Deep lung problems? Well, that's where a diffuser comes in really handy because it's almost like a nebulizer. So if you breathe in deeply, you're going to get it to those deepest spots. So that would be one of the best ways. Also putting oils on topically, the antiviral oils like Thieves, Purification, frankincense, all of those have antiviral, antifungal properties, and I would be putting those, plus, a lot of viruses and things like that that get into your lungs also tend to cause inflammation in there. So something like wintergreen or copaiba would be incredible. And I take wintergreen and copaiba directly under my tongue. So that's one thing that's really beneficial that way.
And oily? Some people are talking about hot flashes, the non-joys of menopause, which took me 7 years to make stop. I thought I would melt, just end up in a puddle outside the Publix grocery store. Any hope with some oils on some hot flash, just make it stop. Don't let us die at that moment.
There are some essential oils. There's sclerescence. There's oh my goodness, my brain's not wanting to function. Sclerescence is one of them. Pregnenolone is also, the cream is also really good to use. Young Living has one that's infused with essential oils to help, or you can do one that you get from a store. But what the difference is between like the supplements that have the oils in them or the topicals that have the essential oils in them, the good thing about it is that those oils help draw those things that are needed to be pulled into the cell. So it makes it more effective. It helps quicken or speed up the process. So, but let's see what my handy dandy little Bible here, Essential Oils Bible, says about hot flashes. I am going to be doing a class on this, and I have a whole bunch of notes on this. Getting closer.
We'll just sweat it out while you check it out.
All right. Well, I'm getting close. I'm in the H's.
Because it is worth the information. We Tree says that avocado is good for them. Now, my assumption is you would put them in the freezer, cut them in half, and stick them in your bra. That is the only way that avocado would help me through a hot flash. Because I have been in a Publix grocery store and gone and got a bottle of water and stuck it in my shirt. Ice cold one, and then I get it at the checkout, I forgot this, and the lady goes, oh yeah, been there trying to get rid of mine.
Oh my gosh. And of course it's not under the H's, under hot flashes. So let's see, there's PMS, menstrual cramps, when we that, menopause, okay. Let's see, sclerescence, lady sclerol is the other one, and dragon time to help with that moodiness. Those are all some excellent things. And then there's Progessence Plus, which is a great oil that you can use. It's an oil blend from Young Living, and it's awesome. And Prenolone Plus body cream. Those are both awesome. So I knew that it was there. There's an oil called Transformation 2. It's a blend that is really good apparently, but I'm more than anything probably Dragon Time and Lady Scleral, and then the Prenolone Cream or the Progessence Plus are all good. And if you don't want to purchase the stuff from Young Living, you can always go and look and see what ingredients are in there and see what the main essential oils are in those, and then take those, and try them one at a time. It may just be that one of those things takes care of the issue, so you're not spending so much money. So just a thought on that. Any other questions on that part?
No, Kitty's Homestead stopped in and said somebody's starting their chat early. That's about all. And other than that, it's just general immaturity on really my part, but I'm going to blame it on WeTree and other people in the external.
Is WeTree being an evil influence on you? Because she was saying evil influence on her because she watches your videos and then she wants to eat and cook in the middle of the night. So,
because I'm a Cajun and our life is about food. I didn't know you're supposed to eat the avocado. I thought you froze it and stuck it in your bra. She explained to me you're supposed to eat them. But when you're in the middle, I haven't had a hot flat, but 7 years to get through it. It was horrid. I still will not be without a bandana. And I was in the grocery store one day, and at a Publix grocery, people are there for years and they know you. And I was like 4 deep in the seafood line. And the guy, Victor, kept leaning over to the side and he goes, "Girl, step through those doors, go into the freezer now. You is burning up." Because it was pouring down my head. And then he called me, "It's your turn." I was like, "Oh, I busted out." And he let me walk right in the freezer because he knew he was married to a woman. He got it.
He recognized the signs.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He recognized the signs. He's like, "That woman is about to flip out if I don't get her in a cool place quick."
Yeah, because he was like, I was getting closer and closer, and make it snappy. I'm dying in here, He saved my life and probably his.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay. Any other questions or anything before I move on? I'm going to go talking about tension headaches now.
No. Oops, I had to find my unmute thing. My mouse was going wild. I explained to somebody that you always post these because some people keep losing their stream, and I have to watch them a couple more times to sort of pick up on things. But you always post these by episode, right? This would be episode 2?
Exactly. This is episode 2. And then episode 3, I'll tell y'all at the end of this what kind of headaches we'll go over next week too. So, okay. So tension headaches. When we get stressed or tense, that causes muscles to tense up. The results can be an awful headache, a tension headache. They can also be caused by anxiety, fatigue, hunger, poor posture, depression, and many other reasons. They're the most common type of headache among adults. The pain presents like a band squeezing around the head. I often feel them in my neck as well. And because I deal with a lot of pain, the stress from the pain then causes a stress or tension headache on top of the main headache that I have. So it gets fun. I find that oils that are calming for me help me the most with this type of headache. My favorite blend for this is called Valor. It's already diluted with coconut oil, so you don't have to take the time to pre-mix it. And I'll give you all a tip. What I usually do is I take my empty bottles, and then I'll peel off the label, or I'll just attach a label over it, and this will be like my headache mix, or my tension headache mix, or my sinus mix. And I already have all these mixes made up, so all I have to do is just grab one, because when you're in pain, that's the last thing you want to do is have to try to mix all this stuff up. And I already have it all diluted and everything and ready to go, and put a few drops on my hand, rub it where it needs to go. So Valor is already diluted with coconut oil, so you can just put it right out of the bottle. And it really helps me with my spasms in my neck and shoulders, and is just very calming for me. It has several oils in it, and it is one of my favorites or my family's all-time favorite oils. My husband loves this for his structural headaches. So it really helps. He has bursitis and spondylosis in his neck. And now if he starts to get a headache, I can put that Valor on the back of his neck, and within 15 to 25 minutes, it kind of varies, but usually, around that time frame, it'll knock it down to where it's tolerable again and he can function again. So that's pretty amazing. But I'll put that oil on my hand and I'll just smell it. And I'll put them, to help kind of relax me. Because remember from last week's lesson, anything that you breathe in hits the limbic system in 10 seconds. So it hits the brain in 10 seconds, and it can already affect the emotions to help calm, help relax, help ease that anxiety or that stress or that frustration. And put it directly on the neck, sides of the head and temples, and I put it on my feet also. It helps calm my granddaughter down as well, and she rests. And the oil that helps the most for her is called Peace and Calming. It's really great. It really does help. When inhaling, again, it affects the limbic system in the brain within 10 seconds, which can begin relaxing the body, causing those muscles to relax. Other calming oils are Stress Away or lavender. Those are both very calming as well. And let's see. I'm going to move on to migraines. Any questions on the tension or stress headache? Hi, Freedom. Hi, Ellen. How are you doing? Good to see you.
No, ma'am.
All right. Moving along. No, Jay, don't tell me that. He's giving us a spoiler alert on The Walking Dead. Abraham and Michonne are Negan's victims. Don't even.
JW? Okay, is there an abuse oil that we can splash on JW? Something that causes pain?
Okay, well, oregano is really hot, so if we splash it in his eyes, it's going to be very painful.
Yes.
So it would be like pepper spraying him. I think we could do
perfect. JW, no.
Okay, moving on. For migraines. Migraines present a lot of times with nausea, visual disturbances like dots in front of the eyes and things, pain and it's usually just one-sided. Although my daughter had a chronic migraine that was one-sided and then they stopped, but then all of a sudden she had this dizziness that would not go away. And I got to doing some research on it and found out that is actual migraine also. It's just that it doesn't have the headache, but it will have the dizziness. I had never heard of that until then, but I just started to do some research and found that out, and sure enough, that's what it was. We started addressing the migraines and the dizziness went away. Okay, they're often due to colon congestion and poor digestion, believe it or not, although they can be related to stress and other things. According to the Essential Oils Pocket Reference is where I got that information, so don't take it up with me, take it up with them. Life Science Publishing. To reduce the likelihood, the book suggests supplements that help the digestive system like ICP, Comfortone, and Essential Zyme. For immediate pain relief, there's a blend called M-Grain that I use. And it can be diffused or put on the back of the neck, diluted to the side of the head that's affected. Like if your headache's on your left side, do it all along that nerve path, and on the back of the neck, diluted. On the temples, in the nostrils, just on the openings, not up in the nose, because that would be a little tender. On the thumbs or big toes and center of forehead. These are all areas that are connected to the digestive tract. It does need to be diluted 1 part of the M-Grain blend to 1 part Oliver coconut oil. So remember that. My go-to oils for pain are Valor. Like I said, Valor is one of the best ones for my husband's structural neck issue. Deep Relief Deeper Leaf is an oil blend. Ooh, I don't have it in here, but it's in a roller bottle. I showed it last week, so you can go look that up. Deeper Leaf is already diluted and in a roll-on bottle, and I just roll it on my neck, on the side of the head that's affected, on my temples, and anywhere it's tender on my head, because that's typically a nerve up under there that's inflamed. And let's see. Panaway or wintergreen are two others. And I would suggest starting with wintergreen because it's the least expensive of all these oils. It takes care of pain a lot of times. It helps with inflammation. And it smells good, so you don't have to worry about that. And you can actually just drop it right under your tongue, and it hits within minutes. So it'll start working. I had a lady that had low back pain. She came to one of my booths that I was working at one time. And she was walking so awful, just hunched over and in so much pain. And I said, well, come back here if you want to try it, and we can try it. And so we put some of that wintergreen on her low back, diluted because it's a hot oil. Put it on her low back, and she said, well, she was skeptical. We'll see. 15 minutes later, she comes back. She's actually walking upright, and she's so excited. She's like, do you have any of that right now that I could buy? She was so excited, and her husband was amazed because he said that she's always in pain. So it is a really great one, and it's inexpensive. It's less than $20. So why not try something like that first? And if that doesn't take care of the pain, then move on to something that's a little more expensive, can do a little bit more for you. But usually wintergreen does the trick for us. For added benefit, remember that peppermint amplifies the benefits of the other oils. So top anything with peppermint if you're in some excruciating pain. Go ahead. Mouse.
Arnie Hancock says hello and asks, how are you? Which sassy would be the answer.
Hi. And Arnie, you're actually the wife, right? And is it Donna? I hope I'm saying that right. Can't remember what you said your name actually is. But hello, I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. And thank you for stopping by. Let's see. So these are just a few of the ways that we use essential oils for our headaches in this family. And, for more information, you can get one of those oils. You can always, like I said, I'm trying to empower you. So you get one of these books, that will empower you greatly. But you can also go online on Google and just Google Young Living Essential Oils or doTERRA Essential Oils for migraine, for stress headache, for cluster headache, for tension headache, for back pain, for sciatic pain, things like that. A lot of them will be the same things, but for pain, because a lot of things work well on most every kind of pain. But those are things that we use often. Like any one of those oils we use weekly. Easily. Everything I've mentioned, I use. I wouldn't suggest it or recommend it to anybody if it wasn't something I wasn't using. And I use Deeper Leaf pretty much every day. We use peppermint every day. We use RC every day. We use Thieves almost every day. Lavender's one we use a lot. Peace and Calming's one we use a lot. So those are some of our go-to. Wintergreen is one we use a lot. So those are the ones that are in my tool chest for our family. Oh.
And Arnie is just Arnie. He's just a guy. Donna's a different person.
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking that you had told me one night that you were a lady. Well, I'm sorry, Arnie. That tells you.
It's usually me who messes those up, right?
He's like, unsub her.
No. And
I wouldn't blame you, Arnie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
There was some good chat in the external about tinctures that We Tree and Rain Country make. And something that I really like about the oils is, we're not stockpiling Advil and Aleve and ibuprofen, and with all the waste that comes with that and the filler and the way your body has to filter it out, and you found things that work like for your husband's neck, from the type work he does, and that you'll always have at hand because, like you said, they last so long. But
Yeah.
just to be able to have it, like I have an essential oils box that a friend started me with, a former massage therapist, and just being able to pick those up and have them on hand, it's just an epic feeling. If I don't panic and I run to the book, if not, I've always got you. But to have them right there is I don't, it's not comfort. It's like a stable feeling of, okay, that it's resourceful.
Yeah, I mean, some of my staples are the lemon because it does help clear the sinuses. It helps detoxify the body. It's one of my absolute go-tos as far as detoxifying the body. But you have to remember, when you start in essential oils, if you haven't used essential oils, you don't want to just start using a whole bunch at once. Because let me tell you from experience, trust me, I decided I was just going to take it internally. I was going to put it on topically. I was going to take a bath with essential oils in my bathtub, even diluted down with the stuff. Thank you, Arnie. I appreciate it. Hey, Skywarp. Hey, King9. I went wholeheartedly in, and whoa, not a good thing considering I had been on medications like my entire life for pain and things like that. And so, yeah, I had a lot of toxins in my body that needed to come out. But now let me tell you, if you want to get it over with, you're going to feel like you got a flu for about a week if you decide you want to do it that way. But I did. I felt like I had the flu, and it was because I had so much toxins coming out. I had a rash on my body and everything because where do those toxins want to come out? Through the pores. So, yeah, it was a mess. So I always suggest to everybody, very slowly put 1 or 2 oils on the bottom of your feet. Now, if you have a cold or something and you get some RC, go ahead and put some on your chest. I'm not saying that. But otherwise, work your way up if you can. Work your way up, and you can put that RC on your feet too. And just like the parents and grandparents who used to put the mentholatum on the bottom of your feet, then it will absorb and it will go up through your system. And if you don't believe me, take something like a clove of garlic, squash it, crush it up, stick it in the bottom of your sock under your feet, and see if you don't taste it after about 30 minutes. Because most people will.
And another sign could be people stepping back several feet from you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, sure. Oh my goodness. But anyways, yeah, we really do use the oils a lot. And I use them more than anybody else, but we all use the oils. And next week, I'll be going over 4 more types of headaches, and those are the neuralgia headaches, either trigeminal neuralgia or occipital neuralgia like I have, cluster headaches, rebound headaches, and headaches caused from increased blood pressure. So you guys have any other questions or comments?
We Tree Bonsai says that BONE, like bone, wait, I got an accent now from the country. Bone set tea is fantastic for a cold.
It's fantastical.
Yes, fantastical.
Awesome. I need to try that. I've never heard of that before. Thank you for that suggestion. Nips it real fast. What do you add, about a half a gallon of vodka or whiskey to it? I'm just teasing.
That's for medicinal purposes only. Okay.
That's right.
And you.
Hey, don't think I don't have that in my preps.
Yeah. Sometimes a little whiskey can keep you from killing somebody. Listen, punching people in the face is wrong. Some people need it, and it can pull you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're at the 4-minute mark before this chat ends, ma'am.
I see that. So we actually we did good tonight, didn't we?
We rocked it. We were like YouTube didn't give us any issues. It was now next week we're going to pay for this with the new beta business.
Don't confess that. I rebuke that. No. It's going to go smoothly. Let me tell you.
Excellent.
It's going to go smoothly. Well, guys, ladies and gents, I should say, thank you all for coming, And next week, like I said, we'll continue on with our pain series. Next week, we'll finish off the headaches and we'll start working our way down the body throughout the next few weeks. So I hope to see you here, and let me know if you learned something. You know that if you ever need prayer, you can stop me at any point in my chats. I will stop and I will pray with you. Or if it's something private that you don't want everybody in creation to know, you can send me a message on YouTube. I'm also as Tasha Farrell over on Facebook. You can message me there. Just send me a private message saying who you are over on YouTube, so I'll know, and so I don't just have some random person sending me a message over here. I also have Oily's Humble Home over there on YouTube as well that you can message that way. So just let me know if you ever need prayer. If you ever have any questions on oils, happy to answer those as well. And in the meantime, remember, you can look everything up for yourself too on Google, just essential oils for whatever type of situation is going on, and just make sure you get a pure therapeutic grade oil. Thank you, Timberline North. Appreciate that. He said, very interesting show. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much for your encouragement and support this week. It's been very greatly appreciated. I really do appreciate it a lot. Good, Cajun. I'm glad you learned something. That's awesome. Mouse Toast, thank you once again, lady, for helping me.
Loved it.
You rock it. You rock the hizzy manizzy, man.
We're just built for fun. You know, this is really good information, but we can still have a good time. And I like how many people make tinctures and stuff and are open to trying something different, you know, than something from the from the drugstore.
And I do want to learn all I can from all of you on those tinctures. Plants, you take these plants and you make tinctures with them, you know, you're getting the oils out of them. It's not going to be as concentrated, but when the oils run out, you got to have a way to replenish. So I definitely am interested in the tinctures, and I want to learn much, much more about them. So any tips and tricks would be greatly appreciated. Things that you would pick first, or the most that are going to be the most versatile, let me know. I want to know those things. Good night, Cajun. Thanks for coming by. Good night, everybody. Love you bunches. Appreciate you very much. And you guys take care, and God bless each and every one of you. Bye, guys.